Once upon a time in a small town called Mapleville, there was a house that everyone in town whispered about. It was an old, run-down house that sat at the end of a long, winding road. Some said it was haunted, and others claimed they had seen strange lights and heard strange noises coming from the house late at night. No one had ever lived in the house for long, and it had been empty for as long as anyone could remember. One day, a young boy named Jack heard about the haunted house from his friends at school. Jack was a curious boy and loved nothing more than a good mystery, so he decided to investigate the haunted house for himself. As he walked up the long, winding road, Jack could feel a shiver run down his spine. The house looked even more creepy in the daylight, with its peeling paint and broken windows. But Jack was determined to find out what was going on inside. He tiptoed up to the front door and tried the handle, but it was locked. So he walked around to the back of the house, where he found a small window that was just big enough for him to crawl through. Inside, the house was dark and musty. Cobwebs covered the walls and the floorboards creaked under Jack's feet. He could hear strange noises coming from all around him, and he couldn't shake the feeling that someone, or something, was watching him. Despite his fear, Jack pressed on. He searched room after room, looking for any clues that might help him solve the mystery of the haunted house. He found old newspapers and dusty books, but nothing that seemed out of the ordinary. Just when he was about to give up, Jack heard a faint voice calling his name. It sounded like it was coming from the attic. Jack's heart raced as he made his way up the creaky stairs, wondering what he would find. When he reached the attic, Jack was surprised to see a small, scared-looking ghost floating in front of him. "Who are you?" Jack asked, trying not to sound too afraid. The ghost hesitated before answering. "My name is Emily," she said. "I've been stuck in this house for years, unable to leave." "Why are you stuck here?" Jack asked. "I was playing hide and seek with my friends when I found a secret passageway in the attic," Emily explained. "I was so excited that I ran through it without thinking, and now I can't find my way back out. I've been stuck in this house ever since." Jack's heart went out to Emily. He knew he had to help her. "I'll find a way to get you out of here," he promised. Together, Jack and Emily searched the attic for a way out, but they couldn't find one. Just when they were about to give up, Jack had an idea. He remembered hearing about a secret passageway in the old house at the end of the street. Maybe that was the way out. He grabbed Emily's hand and led her down the stairs and out of the house. They ran as fast as they could to the old house at the end of the street and searched until they found the secret passageway. It was a tight squeeze, but they managed to crawl through it and emerge on the other side. When they came out, they were back in Emily's own neighborhood. She was overjoyed to be free at last, and she thanked Jack for his help. As they walked home, Jack couldn't believe what had happened. He had solved the mysterious case of the haunted house, and helped a ghost find her way back to the world of the living. He couldn't wait to tell his friends all about his adventure. But when he got home, he found a surprise waiting for him. His parents had heard about his adventure and were so proud of him that they had prepared a special dinner in his honor. Jack sat down to a feast of his favorite foods and told his parents all about his adventure. From that day on, Jack became known as the bravest and most curious kid in Mapleville. And every time he passed by the old, run-down house at the end of the road, he couldn't help but smile, thinking about the mysterious case of the haunted house that he had solved all on his own.